first one is a shaheed, martyr. The second one is a scholar, qari, hafiz. And the third one is a very generous person. Now these are not good news for the coward and the stingy and the ignorant. Because they were not thrown in hellfire because they had knowledge and they were killed fi sabilillah and they were generous. These are not the reason they were the first to be thrown in hellfire. They were the first to be thrown in hellfire because they did them with the wrong intention. Because some people will say, man, if the first one will be thrown in hellfire is shaheed, don't ever talk to me about going to fight fi sabilillah. If the first one will be thrown in hellfire is because he was generous, don't ever ask me to donate a penny. Some people think that way. Why? Because they want to run away from their responsibility. Shaheed, he fought not to raise that word of Allah. He fought, so people will say brave. Scholar, qari al-Quran, someone who recites the Quran beautifully, memorized the Quran to recite it. He did not do it to please Allah. He did it so people will say, wow, hafiz. Wow, qari. Wow, scholar, teacher, mithal. And the third, someone who gave money, not to please Allah and to have investment there. But he spent so people will say generous, very nice guy, so generous, doesn't care about money. Some people do that. Some people are poor for that. Some people are poor for that reason. Every time Allah gives them money, they want to show off and they want people to praise them, they give it away. So they live poor, and on the day of judgment they are poor. The wrong reason. So it would have been better off for this person not to give it. That's why Ibn Qayyim rahimahullah, when this hadith, I think he was mentioning this hadith, he said, when he talked about that scholar, he said, and it would have been better for this person not to learn. It would have been better for him to be ignorant. Because maybe Allah would excuse them. But because of the knowledge, he's thrown in hell. So be aware and always renew your intention and always correct that. And that intention is very difficult. Very difficult. Always trying to repel against you. And always trying to take you in a different path. So if you don't tame it, and if you don't hold it and control it, just like a little baby. Little baby who can walk and all that, if you let them do whatever they want, you will be running after them all over the place. But you have to tame them, you have to control them, you have to make sure they do what you want. And that will help in the future as well. That is how your intention is. Intention is so fragile. And the shaitan always there to change. That is his goal. And the funny thing, or the bad thing, shaitan can work from far. Can be so far from you and just hit you with one of his arrows that will go in your heart, you're done. So be aware. It's a war. A war. And that is the promise that he took. He took a promise upon himself, shaitan, to misguide you. وَلَأُمَنِّيَنَّ وَلَآمُرَنَّ فَلَيُبَتِّكُنَّ آذَانَ الْأَنْعَامِ. The ayah. That is promise, to misguide us and to make us live in wishes and hopes and away from the reality, and to order us to change the creation of Allah, to change our fitrah, and to change the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to be. So be aware of that. So those are the first three people to be questioned by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah will show them everything. فَيُعَرِّفُهُ نِعَمَهُ فَيَعْرِفُهَا. Allah will show him what He blessed him with. Allah will show him His actions, and he will admit. So Allah will say, what did you do? I gave you all that. What did you do? The shaheed will say, I'm shaheed. I died for your sake. The generous, I gave my money for your sake. The scholar, I learned and I taught and I recited for your sake. So Allah will tell each one of those, you lied. You lied. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. You lied. You died to be brave. You gave to be known. You recited to be praised. And it's been said. It's been said. You did it for that purpose, you got your reward. That is your intention. You wanted to be praised, we let people praise you. So you're done. You got nothing with us. So where is your good deed? You got rewarded for that, what you thought to be good deed. You're done. فَيُؤْمَرُ بِهِ فَيُسْحَبُ فِي النَّارِ وَإِلَى النَّارِ عَلَى وَجْهِ. Then Allah will order the angels, they will drag him on his face to the hellfire. To his face. You know why on his face? Because most probably when he was praised, he raised his face like that. He was happy. So he's now being humiliated with the thing that he raised. But on his face, as the Prophet ﷺ, right in his face, right in the hellfire. So those are the first three people to be thrown in the hellfire. And next time we will talk about the first action that each one of this ummah, another ummah, will be asked about. The very first action. The very first thing that they used to do in this dunya. That's what we will be talking about next time, inshallah, and that will be 4th? December 4th. Because I won't see you for 3 weeks. Inshallah, we will be getting to Hajj. So you make dua for me until I get there, then I will make dua for you. Inshallah, we make dua for you in the plane too. But inshallah, you continue coming to the masjid and make your effort to keep this good thing going for 3 weeks until we come back. And on Friday night, when it's a Friday night, like in US time, I'm going to make dua for the people in Masjid al-Ihsan. So if you're here, you get the dua, inshallah. You're included. Right? If you're not here, sorry. You miss the opportunity. Inshallah. So make the effort, and these are the houses of Allah. They're not to someone or because of someone. It's by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So inshallah, we'll see you December 4th. قولوا قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم وصلى الله على محمد جزاكم الله خير السلام عليكم ورحمة الله